Hey, Mitch the RV guy here, bringing you a very, very cool fifth wheel. This is a 2008 Thor Colorado. Yeah, Thor, the biggest name in all of RVs, the #1 company in the whole world. This is the rear kitchen model. If you like cooking, this is exactly the layout for you. It gives you all the counter space you need and a nice little conversation area. Let me show you. Hey, what are you doing in my Colorado? Get out of here, you crazy kids. That's what you'll be saying when your grandkids come in, because you're like, it's too nice, get out, you're gonna wreck it. Well, maybe not, but maybe in my household, probably. My grandma was crazy. But look at this. She would be defending this for good reason. You have all sorts of counter space. This is not just L-shaped, but it's a C-shaped counter. You got the nice little area over here where you have your oven, the microwave, nor cold digital or temperature adjusting refrigerator freezer, 6.4 cubic foot, made in the USA. The nicest refrigerator that you can get other than their double door one. Very, very reliable. Love the moisture seal that they have on their board. Lots of counter space and cabinet space all around. Makes a big difference having real wood cabinets that are deep and usable. This is one where I can get my whole forearm. It's literally this deep, all the way to there. That is a usable cabinet. It's not ones where you put two cups next to each other and now you can't fill it up anymore. It's like Japan's is totally full of people where they're going into the sea. You've got large areas where I can actually pull out and be comfortable as a bigger gentleman. It's not the booth dinettes where you're really stuck in, especially if you have trouble getting up, or even if you just like being comfortable like me, it's a big deal. Large couch, turns into a sleeper, very comfortable, lots of cushion. It's not like one of those little jackknife L-shaped things that basically just takes like a tiny little pillow and puts it on there and calls it good. And of course, comfortable captain's chairs. I can sit down, relax, watch TV, have a conversation with somebody sitting in the couch. I have a nice little table here that I can go ahead and put my drink on and relax at night while I watch the game. I like the fact that all of this space is given to you just by this one big slide. That's layout. Because of efficient use of space, this place feels ginormous when in fact it's not like slides everywhere, 1,000 million pound coach. This is easy to tow. Going up into the actual bathroom area, notice that you got a lot of privacy here. I got the slider door that I can open all the way up, and bam, I got the bedroom access, or I got the sliders. I can separate this out and have a complete private bathroom. Of course, you got nice little toilet area in there. Something that is required, unfortunately, as long as we eat food. Once we all turn into robots, then we'll be able to live off of solar. Now that's what I call off the grid living right there. And of course, a bedroom area where I am almost 6'1" with my shoes on. I can mostly stand up. You have a moisture sensor fan right here, which is fantastic. If you have it open at nighttime, you're laying down here, you're sitting there looking through the stars and it starts raining. If you fall asleep, you don't have to worry about drowning. How about that? And of course, storage space. That's what you really want, is the ability to put stuff in there. And look, you can have your side and her side. Okay, let's be realistic. His side will probably be outside because this will all be her side more than likely. And of course, a nice little area here for you to put a TV and relax. You got one up here already that you can kick back, but something tells me you might want the big screen. I know that I would be upgrading for sure. Let's go ahead and take a jump to the outside. So let me ask you folks, why were people terribly unhappy with their amount of hitch? Answer, they wanted more ride. This is equipped with the more ride, which basically is going to eliminate a whole lot of the shaking that comes from your truck or your fifth wheel. So if your fifth wheel hits a bump and it's shaking around, it's not going to translate into a trip to the chiropractor for you. Solid front cap, which is really nice. That's what you want, so you don't have to worry about the delamination and leaking. Tons of storage space in the front here. This is sectioned off from your main storage space, so you don't have to worry about if you're storing bowling balls or bricks up here in the front. And you have nice equipment inside the main storage area, which is right here. It's completely sectioned off. This has the nice tools area, the actual tougher area for things not to slide around, because of course if all of it was this surface, it would just be sliding around in there. You have the battery disconnect, so outside if you're jamming and you're out here and you're talking to somebody and the lights are on and the TV's on and they're like, hey, come over here, check this out, you don't have to run inside and turn everything off. I can just come over here and go, and now everything's off. I come back, I flip it, everything's right back to the way it was. I love it. Vinyl's in great shape. Obviously the fiberglass looks good. If it's here, it's in marvelous shape. We don't sell anything that is not in just fantastic shape. And in fact, we put down in writing, everything works down to the light bulb. That awning is going to be in great shape. If it's torn, if it's ripped, you're getting new awning fabric. 37 years of A+ Better Business Bureau rating speaks for itself when you only sell pre-owned units. You got the walk-on ladder. That's a 6-gallon direct spark ignition. That's the same one you're going to have in like 99% of fifth wheels. So if you ever have a problem with it, literally anybody in the whole planet can fix it. They have these nice ducting that you have on the top, just like you have in your house for the gutters, that really push the water all the way out and away, so you don't have those black streaks coming down the side that you get on a lot of them with the TPO roofs. And of course, the more ride suspension, which makes a big difference again, having that buffer between shaking and the coach, between the road and your house on wheels, makes all the difference in the world. It's like when they retrofit buildings in San Francisco against earthquakes. It's the same thing. Your Santa Flush system, I love this. I hate putting a hose down my toilet to try and clean it out. You never have to worry about that again. And again, Thor makes quality stuff. Look at this under here. You see this nice thick metal cogs that get into the gear that turns it back and forth? That's how your slide out works. It's not some piddly little, you see the metal cables going in and out? That's just a winch. When have you ever had a winch last for 15 years? Never. Where there's still clocks working 500 years after they've been built. That's the way I want something done. Guys, you got to come down here and visit us. 9501 East Stockton Boulevard. We've got just inventory coming out of our ears. We're about to take a lot of our stuff to Quartzsite, so please show up while we have just the choice pickings. We've got a great service and parts department, and of course our consignment program tastes better than original Pepsi's formula, but unfortunately they had a big time trouble fitting an RV in the bottle. Hey, Mitch the RV guy, hoping to hear from you real good.